something like.
Hey guys,
something.
welcome to PlayStation and Pizza. This is episode 1. I'm your host Chris Gillette, along with my co-host Garth Moore. Say hello, man.
Hello.
Yeah, you got to say hello because they can pop up on the screen.
Yeah.
This is going to be our PlayStation-centric podcast. It is
Episode
brought to you
uno.
by, it is
Episode
brought to you
uno.
by GCN, GamerCade Network, or GamerCade Nation, whatever you prefer to call it. You might know us from the GamerCade podcast. This is going to be GCN's PlayStation-centric podcast. We'll also have an Xbox podcast on its way, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about PlayStation because we love PlayStation.
Yes.
That's our go-to console of choice. We grew up with PlayStation, and there's nothing we like better than PlayStation. And you're wondering why possibly this podcast is called PlayStation and Pizza. So I guess we'll go into that a little real quick. Garth was saying, let's do something with food. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I came up with pizza or if you
crazy
did.
out there. Actually, I think we both did because you said it, and I was like, yeah, damn it, I was gonna say that same exact thing, and then I actually said
That's all right.
PlayStation sauce. I actually told you PlayStation sauce.
We can still give them the sauce. Give them the scoop. What's going on? PlayStation.
Yeah, the sauce of the week.
Yeah, you can't have a good pizza without some good sauce.
And Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But now that we've started this podcast, if you guys are like, you know what, I immediately want to follow, subscribe, and all that good stuff, we're going to get the iTunes stuff up and running. But right now, for this first episode, it will eventually be on iTunes. We're just waiting for approval and all that. But you can go to, it will be PlayStation, I think it's PlayStation and Pizza with the and sign. But our email, if you want to reach us there, it's PlayStation and pizza@gmail.com because you can't put the and sign, which is total bullshit. But for Podomatic, it's PlayStation and pizza.podomatic.com. So if you guys want to go and follow us and listen to us there, you can rate, review, all that good stuff. We'd help us out. We'd appreciate that right away. But right away, Garth, what have you been playing, man? Or what are you looking forward to play? I know we got a lot of PlayStation Plus games and a lot of cool stuff.
It was it's kind of been a drought for me the past week or so because I haven't really thought, because I beat Dragon Age Inquisition, and it's like, man, what do I start on now? Like, now what? Well, I started on Dragon Age Origins, and I was like, yeah, you know what, this is nice, but the problem with that game is like it's kind of dated in its mechanics, and the menu wise, it doesn't always tell you where to go, and it leaves you confused at a lot of times. So I'm just like, oh man, it doesn't tell me where to go. What the hell? So I mark the quest, and it just doesn't tell me until I actually get in the vicinity of the area, and then I was like, now it tells me to go. It's like, but yeah, I'm trying to get myself into it. It's really fun and addicting, but at the same time, I feel like I'm just forcing myself so I can play something. But Broforce, on the other hand, played that because we got the PlayStation Plus games.
Hey,
today.
before you jump too far real quick, I heard that. I mean, I already knew, but there's co-op in Dragon Age Inquisition. Have you tried to get into a game?
Yeah, it does. Honestly, I never even touched it, so I couldn't tell you exactly what that's like.
Right.
Yeah, so I bet it's interesting. I don't think there's any trophies for the co-op. So, because I looked at the trophies and didn't see anything like that. But,
oh well.
Yeah, that was something I didn't pay attention to. I just was so immersed that I didn't even care to check.
So, Broforce, that game looks fucking awesome. That you were saying.
Devolver Digital, the guys who did the
they did it. Wow.
The Devolver Digital did it. They did Hotline Miami. They did one of my favorite games, Shadow Warrior.
Yeah.
They did an incredible job, and I like this game more than Hotline Miami.
Wow.
Yeah, I like.
Well, I got to give him a round of applause for that one.
Yeah.
It's true though, yeah, because Hotline Miami is the soundtrack, everything about that game. It's very good.
The problem with Broforce is it doesn't have the badass soundtrack. like Hotline Miami. It's very like war based thing, but it's just fun. That's all it
It's
is.
kind of
It's fun.
surprising because that
And
game kind of has that
the
douchebag
humor
mentality.
the
Yeah.
humor in the game is very funny because they rip off characters from like movies and stuff. Like they have Arnold Schwarzenegger. They have RoboCop, but instead of RoboCop, it's BroBoCop.
Yeah, I've heard they ripped off
Yeah,
some
so
characters.
so so they got a lot of cool. They had for Machete, they got Brochetti.
Brochetti.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's funny. I like
that
that.
was nice. It's nice. It's a lot of fun. It gets harder and a lot more challenging as you go, just like Hotline Miami. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And it's one of those games where they shoot you instantly the moment you arrive. Because you
Right.
know how Hotline Miami, you as soon as you turn the corner, they automatically start shooting. It's exactly like that.
Yeah, Hotline Miami. That game puts you on your toes, and it's just like it's trial and error. Your reflexes have to be like on point in those
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, you should give it a try. It's like, old Contra or
That's what I was thinking.
Metal Slug, but it's 8-bit, and like it's really fun.
Man, drinking a soda right now was a bad choice. Just keep belching. If you're watching the
Yeah.
video version of this, trying to like hold back.
At least you're
But
getting all that. You know what? At least you're getting all that heartburn out of you from all that pizza that we're having.
yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
need to
All that pizza,
belch with all the pizza. Yeah.
imaginary pizza I've been having tonight.
Yeah.
Oh man, trying to get over this cold. You're probably like, oh well, you're sick. You probably had plenty of times to play video games, but
What have you been playing though?
Rocket League, pretty much as of right now.
Yeah.
I was playing some Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider a little bit ago, but that's on
You
Xbox
traitor!
One.
This is a PlayStation show, damn
like you said, it's kind of had a drought, and you're right. Like games are starting to pick up. It's becoming that time of the year. Like we just had
Yeah.
Far Cry Primal come out. I haven't heard the best things about that game. I've heard it's like a
I heard it was
stretch.
basically just like a reskin of 4, and they just priced it for $60 plus with
Well, I heard it was like Blood
Primal
Dragon, but
environment.
like stretched out to the point where there's like a lack of content, and it starts
Oh
getting
yeah,
really dry. So that
yeah,
sucks.
yeah.
So I don't know.
That's believable. I believe it.
Yeah.
They
So
stretched it out on purpose to make it worth like a $60 price tag.
sadly, just look at the camera, just shake your head.
I like that Mexican style of dun, 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 wah,
Right.
wah,
It does kind
wah.
of have that
Yeah.
sound to
Yeah.
it. But anyways, what I've just been playing like Rocket League and stuff like that. Really, just and yes, I got it on Xbox One as well. This isn't an Xbox show, but I got it on there because a couple friends got it and they hadn't played it. Um, but Rocket League, if you don't have it on PlayStation, go get it. It's actually on sale right now. So if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you get a bigger discount. It's definitely worth it. It doesn't come with all the DLC on PlayStation like it does on Xbox One, but that doesn't take anything away from the game. That game
And
is
you can still
brilliant.
play
So
on all the maps, so it's not like
yeah, you can still play on all the maps, so it's not a big deal. It doesn't separate the community. Which side? It's funny because I was telling the guys this when I was playing with them. You guys know Dallas from GCN, but anyways, we were playing, and Panic Button actually ported that game for Psyonix and has a lot of problems. It doesn't run at a full 60 frames, which sucks. You can kind of tell, and it looks a little washed out. Not too bad, but you kind of get used to it. You get used to any game after a while if you play it long enough. But when I went over
yeah.
and played some more one-on-one on PS4, I could tell it ran a lot smoother, not a lot of hiccups, and obviously the game's been out longer on PS4, and it wasn't a port by Panic Button. So they do have
Yeah.
some cool features over there with like the Warthog and the Gears of War vehicle and all that. There's some cool stuff. I do like the DLC stuff. But I've spent over $40 on that game in total now. Remember, we thought that game before it came free to PlayStation Plus, we thought that game was going to be like $40, and it ended up being
Yeah.
free, and that blew everybody's mind. That was probably one of my favorite PlayStation Plus games of last year. But that's
Yeah.
all I've been really is doing, hitting it hard. But now that a lot more games are coming out, Doom is coming out sooner. We got Uncharted with the new release date. We'll get more into that. I'm looking forward to that. Ratchet and Clank, I'm very excited for. So there's a lot of good games coming up. I've just been
Yeah.
trying to get out of this dry spell of what's kind of been not too many video games. I play my Vita, obviously, back and forth through work. Um,
Yeah.
not too many. I mean, there's been some good releases on there, like the new Digimon game and stuff like that, but I haven't picked that up as of late. I thought about it, but some of those games like that on Vita are pretty high in price, and I'm looking for the smaller experiences on Vita. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's pretty much what
Well,
I've been doing.
speaking of prices, would you like to get into the news?
Would I like to get into the news? That's what nice little segue there. Would you like to get into the news? Nice
You
face.
know, I would like to say I actually have a news subject. I
Do you?
just came up with it just about 30 seconds ago when we were
Oh, is
talking
this
about
something that's been going
prices.
around? Oh, prices.
Actually,
Is it
it
okay?
got it got announced I think today. I didn't share it on the on the Facebook page, but I don't know why. I was,
By the way,
I
speaking of
looked at it
Facebook
and I
page,
forgot
you
to
guys
share
want
it.
to go follow us and become a member of GamerCade Nation? It's facebook.com/groups/GamerCade. You'll see the little trademark thing next to it. So that's us. We'll preview ASAP. So go join that.
So, check this out. No Man's Sky. Did you hear about the price that it's going to be?
$60.
$60. That's pretty
Impressive, to be honest. I'm excited. That kind of makes me a little more happy.
you just think it's like, happy and you're like, "Oh wow. So if I spend $60, I know what I'm going to get." Not a indie game for I think that's the first ever indie title that's going to be $60.
Yeah. Well, you also got to remember that Sony has put a lot of cash into it as well. So
Yeah.
it's Hello
Probably the most
Games.
most expensive indie title ever.
Yeah, you got to
Probably as
remember that
well.
Hello Games is like is is a small, super duper small team. You got to remember they did Joe Danger and Joe Danger 2.
Oh, yeah.
So they have done nothing on this scale before. So it's going to be interesting. But
They are going
Sony helped
completely like like
left field.
they go to Joe Danger and all of a sudden No Man's Sky. Like what a huge like
It's
leap
insane.
that is.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm excited though. I do think it'll have. I think it'll be compatible with PlayStation VR. So we'll see what happens. By the
Yeah.
way, I think Sony's smart not really announcing a price yet. We'll get more into that too. But so that was what you wanted to bring up was the price
Yeah,
of No Man's Sky.
pretty much.
Also,
Yeah.
they had something. What was it on the PlayStation blog tonight? They had something that they put up and then they pulled it down really quick. Was that it? Was that the price, or was it something
I
else?
think it was. I think it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had some kind of listing put up and then they yanked it down really quick. Yeah, that you're right. That's what it is because it's like apparently it's still on Amazon and they haven't taken that down yet. But it was on the PlayStation blog and then they pulled it down real quick. They're like, oh well, whoops, didn't mean to do that one. So
Yeah. Yeah. Early leak.
yeah, early league. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's get a little bit more in depth with some PlayStation news. New release date for Uncharted 4. Sad news. If you haven't heard already, it's got delayed a little bit, not too much. So Uncharted 4 is a thief's end. Sean Layden posted this on the PlayStation blog. He says, as you know,
Jordan
Naughty Dog.
Cryface.
Jordan Cryface. Yeah, that's a meme that needs to be splattered on Nathan Drake's face. All right.
Yeah.
As you know, Naughty Dog is wrapping up production for Uncharted 4 Thieves and with the game on track to go gold and into production later this month. In an effort to meet considerable worldwide demand and to ensure that all gamers worldwide have the opportunity to play the game on day one, we have chosen to postpone the launch of the game by 2 weeks to allow for an extra manufacturing time. Therefore, Uncharted 4 Thieves End has a new worldwide release date of May 10th, 2016. I'll go and read a little bit more on this so you can get a little bit more detail out of it and see what Naughty Dog's trying to tell you. We know this news might be disappointing. Excuse me, trying to get over this cold. And we are sorry to have to make you wait a little bit longer to play Naughty Dog's latest. The good news is that the game is phenomenal. We are fully confident that it will be worth the wait, and the team at Naughty Dog's eager as ever for you to experience Nathan Drake's final adventure. We thank you for the continued support for PlayStation. And it's funny, the first comment, since we are a PlayStation podcast, I'm just going to say it. You know the guys that were kind of funny, my boy Greg Miller and Colin Moriarty. First
Oh,
comment
of
says,
course.
Colin was right. So if you guys listen to Kind of Funny's PS I Love You XOXO, one of my favorite PlayStation podcasts, bigger inspirations of mine, Colin, he's like, it's going to get delayed again. It's going to get delayed again. I think he predicted it to be delayed in the fall, though, which didn't happen. But 2 weeks later, May 10th, not getting an April release. So, like I was telling Garth earlier on the GamerCade Facebook page, Ratchet and Clank is going to get some time to shine now. And they didn't mention it.
Hopefully,
Do you think,
that'd be nice.
yeah, do you think this is going to, they did this and they secretly did this because of Ratchet and Clank in the movie and the game? Or do you think they just made up, or you think they made up a quick excuse so they could kind of give Ratchet and Clank a time to shine and get its proper reboot?
Could be a little bit of both.
Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't make me mad. A lot of
No,
people
it doesn't. Not at all. Not at all.
Don't seem angry. But if it is a manufacturing thing, imagine like if they went through with it and that was the problem and it sold really well, some people wouldn't be able to get the game because there's not enough copies on shelves. And they would be sold out for like a couple weeks, and then everybody would have to wait. That could hurt Sony in the long run. So.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry, folks. I mean to cough in your ear. Garth.
Yes.
Did you apply for the beta sign up for PlayStation 4's 3.5 update?
I did.
Yeah, I did too. They said they're going to be sending it out soon. So if you guys did sign up for the 3.5 update, it starts soon enough. They detailed some key features today on the PlayStation blog as well. These social features, which I thought was great, which I think we should have from day one. But I don't know what the big deal was. The friend online notification says you want to know the moment your friend comes online with this update, you can, as we've added an option to be notified when members of your friends list sign in on the network. What is your thoughts on that, Garth?
Yeah, about time.
About time. Because you know how long, like the past 2.5 years, or not 2.5, but 2 years and some change, I've just had to go to my friends list, scroll down
to see who's on.
Now here's the problem, is that you can kind of change your name, like your real name, and then you change your real name, and then I'm scrolling up and down, change it from it's SpongeBob to like Vault Dweller, and then you're like even farther down. I'm like, okay, Garth isn't online.
Have you seen my new name on PSN?
I haven't. God, excuse me.
I am now known as Paul Blart Pop Tart Fart.
Oh, never mind. I did see that. I thought you changed it. Where did that come from, anyways?
Well, basically, the Paul Blart Mall Cop. Well, there's a bunch of people on 4chan, 420chan. They always make jokes of that movie. They have like a bunch of names and stuff and gimmicks that they put on there. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Nice. That's awesome. Another one I thought was pretty cool. This has actually been on Xbox for quite some time. Is the Pure Offline? It says sometimes you want to play a game and watch a movie without being bothered.
That's a good one. I like that one. I love that one. I love it.
That's something really good. I wish I could have done that on PS3.
A lot of times you see. A lot of times my daddy loves to play. His games during the day. He uses my account because we just share accounts.
Right.
So sometimes they're like, "Oh man, invite me," or they think it's me, but it's not. It's him. So every time, when I'm not playing, or if I'm doing time, so I'll just set them to offline. So that's perfect.
That's cool. All right. Appearing offline. So that's pretty neat. I know on PS3 it had Away. I think it was.
Yeah, it was
Away.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter because people would still bother you. Now if you appeared offline,
they would still bother you.
Yeah, you're not going to show up at all.
Which is nice. Thank goodness.
Yeah. So if you want to play that single player game,
such a cool feature.
Stay away from everyone, and you just want to be to yourself, you're good. No notifications, nothing. You're good to go.
That's a next gen feature right there.
Definitely. User scheduled events. So if you have like a tournament or something you set up, which you plan on doing in the future, or we've had Call of Duty events and stuff like that, just like our launches of games like Fallout 4, we did something like that for Twitch.tv, and this is something that is kind of the same. You can schedule an event for something like that, or even like a game night with your friends, and they'll get a notification and a reminder and stuff like that. So I thought that was something pretty neat. What is it? The next one is called Play Together. Now this is a little different. This kind of reminds me of PlayStation Home. This feature allows all members of a party to see what each person is playing so that they can easily join a friend's game or start a new game together. the reason I say PlayStation Home is because when you got together and you go to a location, let's say like Sully's Bar, and you want
Yeah,
to jump in Uncharted together or something like that, you can start a game from there
pretty
or
much. Yeah.
other games. It's kind of the same thing, but it's just hanging out in the party together and then doing it that way. I don't see people using that very much
No.
because you just go into a game, get an invite that way. Unless it's
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet for myself. So if it's pretty easy and simplistic, it might be a better way to do it. Or you might be able to invite everybody from right there instead of like going to your friends list.
Yeah.
So uh two of the biggest features, these last two, and then we'll move on. Other new system features is remote play or to PC and Mac, which is pretty cool. Something that Xbox One has had for quite some time. They've been working on this for quite some time too. Sony hinted at this quite a while back, so it's going to be convenient. Let's say my girlfriend, she's hanging out and she wants to like do something, with another console or watch Netflix or something or watch TV. Then I could just use remote play, stream it to my PC and play something. Any game. Let's say I want to
Yeah,
play some Rocket League or
which
something,
is
which is
nice.
convenient. Yeah. Instead of just going straight to my Vita. Daily Motion is another one. With this update, you'll be able to stream directly to Daily Motion on your PlayStation 4. We'll also support archiving live broadcasts like we do for other streaming services. So they say
I didn't
stay
even
stay
know. I
tuned
didn't
for
even
additional
know. I didn't even know Daily Motion supported streaming. Like, I don't know.
they might have started it. Then again, I haven't paid too much
Everything,
attention.
everything is going up to the streaming thing now. Like, oh, we're gonna just stream. We're gonna stream. We're gonna stream.
Yeah, it's either that or a lot of places have started their own like esports thing or advertising for esports. Esports is getting huge. ESPN has their own thing now for
Yeah,
esports, so it's crazy, man.
yeah,
It's absolutely
yeah,
insane. All
yeah.
right, next bit of news is something really quick. Um, little tidbit of news I thought was interesting. If you are a US PlayStation Plus subscription member, you're going to kind of want to know this. If you were excited for Super Stardust HD, which is something we got for free, Garth had mentioned this, the game, we actually got that for free when PSN went down in 2011. So that was a choice
Long time
game.
ago.
Yeah, I picked that up right from the
5 years
get-go.
ago. That's going on now. 5 years ago.
That's crazy. But Super Stardust HD, if you don't have that and you're like really, really waiting on that, I'm sorry, that sucks. But the game is getting replaced with. But if you're in Europe and you're listening to this, don't worry, you're still getting Super Stardust HD. But you could be wishing you got this other game, which I already actually have. I got it on sale, super dirt cheap. I Am Alive, which isn't that bad from what I played. It's definitely not the title that it was supposed to be back in the day, but it's still a decently fun game. I got like a little over halfway through it and I just stopped. There's a bunch of stuff I was playing at the time, but
Steve
that's cool.
Harvey came in and disappointed everybody.
He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody. Stardust HD for PS3. It's not free." He's like, "It
Yeah,
ain't my fault this time. It's Sony's fault."
yeah,
So they came out a little late, but if you don't have I'm Alive yet, go give that a download. And if you don't have Super Stardust HD, what the fuck is wrong with you? Go download that
yeah.
game. Like
Or just
ASAP.
or if you have a PS4, get the sequel to that game and get it on PS4,
Right, right.
which I
Another quick
haven't
tidbit
played.
of news. What's that? Oh, you haven't played
No, I
I'm
haven't
Alive?
played the
Yeah.
sequel
Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
to Super
That's
Stardust.
well.
Nor have I played Am I Alive or I
Well,
Am
they're
Alive.
bringing Super Stardust HD over to PS4. It's a complete like remake of that.
Oh, that's
Like,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
heard. Yeah,
I wonder if that's another reason they pulled it down.
probably
It
could be.
could be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, come on, Sony, get your shit together. All right.
yeah.
Another quick tidbit of news. If you're excited for Uncharted 4, this episode has a lot of that in here. Uncharted 4 limited edition controller is out in the wild already. So if you could possibly go to your Walmart or Target or something, take this with a grain of salt because not necessarily going to be there, but you could find it. It's got this like what kind of blue color is this anyways? Let me
Like a
look and see.
sky blue or something.
Uh,
It looks beautiful.
it looks beautiful. Yeah. There's
Looks
no
beautiful.
engraving or anything special on it. It does come in the special packaging, so you might want to keep that. That's kind of cool. It's
Also, the
like
headset too
steel
has
blue.
has the same color in the headset, which is
Yeah, it's
pretty
matching.
nice.
Yeah. Sony just trying to get some controllers out there in the wild. They're trying to come. It's cool. I mean, if you're a collector of different colors of controllers, headsets, consoles of that nature, it's right up your alley. So,
They still need a green controller. They don't have a green one.
yeah, they do, you're right. They don't.
They
Do they
don't
even
have
have
green. They had green PS2 controllers, but they don't have green PS4 one. which is
Huh.
a damn shame.
They might have a camel one. I'm not sure.
They probably do, but like just yeah.
They
Actually, no,
might.
I take that back. For PS3, they had a jungle green controller. Remember that one? It was
Oh, Jungle
black,
Green. Yeah.
green with the black, but that one was rare, and I think it was only available in the
Yeah. I think they
UK.
had. Was it like the SOCOM? Uh, no,
Oh,
it was a mag, wasn't it? Like a mag controller. Like they did the camel one for mag or SOCOM or something. I can't remember which one it
I don't
was.
know. I don't know. I don't think
Yeah.
so.
All
I,
right. Coming in for the last little bit of news, Garth. Just letting you know ahead of time. Battlefield 5. You actually did a video for
yes,
GCN GamerCade,
yes.
which will be up on the website soon, so you guys can check that out. If you want to go ahead and check it out early ahead of time, you can go over to SpongeBelt's channel. You can go to youtube.com/SpongeBelt, and you guys can check out
First
his.
early sneak peek, huh? You little
Yeah, you can go
bastards.
and check out you little bastards. You go ahead and check out his thoughts and what he thinks of this.
Uh,
It's a possibility. We're not for sure yet, but
yeah,
it's
just a
reported.
speculation.
Yeah, it's reported that the upcoming Battlefield 5 is going to be set in World War One. This is by Crave, the entertainment website. They went ahead and reported this. According to Swiss retail site, the listing of wog.ch, I'm guessing that's wog.channel, claims that Battlefield 5, the next entry in the FPS series from developer DICE, will be released on October 26th for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Glad to not hear a last gen again once again, for another
Yeah.
game. Doesn't get held back. But the most intriguing piece of information is that it will be tactical shooter set in World War One. Since Battlefield 2, the mainline Battlefield series is focused solely on modern and futuristic military combat, with it never having tackled World War One before. It's funny because we haven't really even seen World War One
Any,
in any
yeah,
really
World
games.
War One.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
know.
World War One setting could be like there's a lot that happened. There was some stuff even going on horseback, and it depends on where it was set. Though, if it was overseas, there were some countries that got in the middle of World War One, and I don't know the exact because I don't know my World War history all that well, but I know that like hearing from other people's opinions and stuff that there was like horseback,
Yeah,
people that really didn't have the artillery and stuff that the United States had or Japan, so they're caught in the crossfire. And I was like, that sounds intense. Like, so there could be all kinds of weapons. It could be who knows where it's going to take place. U.S. U.S. military, or that'd be cool if you could play as the enemy as well, Japan. So we'll see what happens.
yeah,
Pearl
like
Harbor, even. I mean, we
yeah,
might see some
yeah,
cool stuff.
yeah. I'm not gonna say much about it because I don't. I want people to just watch the video and you can get my opinion on that. But, however, it would be interesting though. It would be interesting take because we haven't seen or we don't know how it would work. Because Battlefield is tanks and bikes and
Right.
trucks and all
We,
that,
we
the jets, and to take a step back would be kind of odd,
yeah,
and we're because we're
apparently
so used to modern.
right. And World War One, people say there was a lot of tank battles. That was a big deal. Um, they really didn't have all the like sticky bomb stuff,
There was a
like
lot of
a lot of things that could really artillery, heavy artillery ammunition, like to take out a lot of tanks and stuff like that. They had like
there
RPGs and stuff, but
there was a lot of trench battles too as well,
yeah, yeah.
which
So,
that would actually be pretty fun. I love trench battles.
oh, so do
Remember
I. So do I.
remember those awesome trench battles we had on Zombie Army Trilogy?
Zombie Army Trilogy, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
those were awesome.
Medal of Honor was a game that really kind of
Oh yeah,
showcased,
yeah,
I think, war history at its best,
yeah.
video game wise. That's for sure.
And the
But that,
original Call of Duty games as well, before they
yeah,
turned
yeah, yeah,
to the
yeah.
modern
There
games.
were some good ones, and same with Brothers in Arms, the original ones. It,
People got yeah, for the Brothers in Arms too, but I think people got so burned out on the whole World War II thing, as there were so many of them. But
yeah,
but
that's true.
at the same time, I kind of want them back, you know. So
Right. Yeah, we all kind of reminisce and all that. One thing I can say is that there's a lot of World War II, and I said like a lot of World War One events and stuff that they never actually capitalize on. They always do the same stuff. Like there's a lot of stories that could be told, a lot of interesting things. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, that's the last little bit of news, Garth.
How about one last thing? We got one last thing for that news.
What do you got?
Rest in peace, PlayStation TV.
I forgot about that. It's easy to forget about
You know
PlayStation
what?
TV. It's rest in
Honestly,
peace in Japan. That is. So
actually,
discontinued in Japan.
actually, actually, I think it got confirmed that it's the Europe and United States as well.
Really, I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah,
But if
yeah,
that's the
as
case,
well.
it's just a domino effect. So here soon, that means I'm gonna have to go out and buy one.
Just to
Just to have it, yeah. And also, I mean, I could if Killzone Mercenaries never comes like an HD version for consoles,
you
which
can
I
play
think it
that.
will, and I think
Yeah.
that Uncharted Golden Abyss will as well someday. They'll probably just be like digital titles. Um, then I think that for the PlayStation TV's sake, there's a few games I think I would like to blow up onto the television, at least like 720p
What
scale,
sucks about
like
that
Killzone.
is a lot of those games probably won't look that great because it's blown up and it's meant for a little
Well, I heard
screen,
that
and
Killzone
it's
looks
only
great. It's
720p.
But
Which
I
kind
mean,
of
hey,
is kind of
what do you
the
expect? That's like what a lot of games did on PS3, so
yeah,
not really too worried about it.
yeah.
But hey, I'm sure they're gonna be cheap, so I might as well go out and get one
It
eventually.
was it wasn't a bad idea for Sony to bring that out, but at the same time,
Right.
I mean, it was kind of hard to explain for like what Sony said. It was hard to explain what the product was. PlayStation TV. Oh, what's that? Is that a TV? Play? No, it's a
Right.
streaming device. Because I don't know. Maybe
What
they
was
could
the
have named
original
it
name?
better.
There was another
Yeah,
name.
there
It was
was there
like
was another name to
I
it.
cannot remember off the top of my
I
head.
can't remember, but that one was even worse.
Yeah, and then they named it PlayStation TV, and everybody was like, "Oh, that's a lot better." But it really is like Sony shot themselves in the foot. They could have done a lot better job with this. They didn't really try. That's
Yeah,
Sony sometimes with
it
a lot of their
wasn't it
products.
wasn't marketed at all either. Like there was
Yeah.
nothing
Not
being
only
shown
that,
on.
they didn't try to make a bunch of other games compatible, or like at least um, I don't know, maybe like when you put the game in, patch your Vita or not your Vita, your Vita TV. Uh, Actually, you know what?
Yeah,
That's what it was called. Vita TV, wasn't it? And it's PlayStation TV or so. It was like I don't remember. It was like
I
PlayStation
don't know, something like
Vita
that.
TV. I can't. But anyways, they could have done something
Something, yeah,
to make more games useful on there, and also maybe
yeah.
like DualShock 4 compatible instead of DualShock 3, which is kind of a turn off for me. So,
Hey,
anyways,
so
now what's up?
so what's on the PlayStation Store today?
Oh, you want to know where folks
Yeah,
can
yeah.
buy their games?
I want to know what's on the PlayStation. What's on the PlayStation Store this week?
Well, what you can find physical and digital, since we're done with the news. PlayStation Store updates actually happened today. This is the evening time. So if you want to go and check out the PlayStation Store as soon as this podcast is done, that's right. I want you to stick around a little bit longer. But
Yeah.
PS4 games from the PlayStation Store update this week. You could expect a game that I'm actually excited for is Alakine's Gun.
Oh,
Um,
hey,
yeah.
I didn't know anything about that. Came out of nowhere. Doesn't look too bad.
Oh yeah. I told you about it though. You
Have you?
and
You know
Julian.
what? I probably was listening and then I completely forgot about it
Yeah.
for 10 minutes later.
No, it's perfectly fine, man. You got what Broforce also. Well, let me talk about Alakine's Gun this for a quick second. Um, if you're curious about Alakine's Gun, it's kind of like Hitman style game, Hitman style gameplay. I'll get into some details, but I'm gonna go ahead and let me scroll down here a little bit. Oh god, why in the hell is this kind of it's being a little slow on me? Where's the descriptions at for these games as well? Do I literally have to click on them? I'm not gonna do that. All right, one free game that's available now on PlayStation Store this week. But Alakine's Gun, real quick, is physical and digital, so you can go and grab that. I was thinking about getting it through GameFly,
For
something like that.
49.99.
49.99, which isn't a bad price. So Maximum
Yeah.
Games is actually charging not too bad price for that. Broforce, if you don't have PlayStation Plus, you can pick that up for $15. And you got Digimon World Cyber Sleuth is actually coming to PS4. I've heard that's the same exact game that's on Vita. I don't believe there's any cross buy or anything like that. But anyways, that is $59.99 for the new Digimon story. Digimon's cool. I grew up with Digimon, and it's pretty neat to see that Sony's getting kind of another exclusive there. That's pretty neat.
For
And you got
Digimon
it.
too. It's pretty crazy.
You got a gun swap, create, share, and play. I don't know really anything about that game.
No,
Uh,
I don't either.
Heavy Rain is
Yeah,
came out
well done.
digital, and you can also get the soundtrack for 10 extra bucks. Heavy Rain
British
is
people get
$30.
British people get the physical copy, you bastards.
Oh, for PS4, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool. Just import it, because if you
yeah.
import it, you don't have to worry about
I
any
think
kind
the
of like region
PS4
lock.
is yeah, it's not the PS4 is not region lock, so you can
Yeah.
play anything on, which is
Yep,
nice.
which definitely helps. Yeah, so you pick that up for $30, and the soundtrack along with it for $9.99. And then we got Iron Cast, established 1886. It kind of looks like a shmup shooter game. It's $14.99, and you got McDroid for $7.99. Mortal Kombat XL comes with all the DLC and all that for $60, which isn't a bad deal. There's a lot of stuff that comes in that bundle. You got Screen Cheat, which is a game that me and you were super excited for a long while back. We kind of got into it with
Were
Handro
we?
and them about it.
Were we?
It's that local
Oh,
co-op
that's
shooter
right.
game.
That's right. Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you have to
yes.
look at everybody's screen to find out where they are because they're actually invisible. So
Okay.
yeah, that game looks super
Okay.
awesome. So if you're a big fan of like GoldenEye and all those old games back in the
Yeah.
day, and you had to cover up your part of the screen because people were screen cheating, that's what the game is all about. So that looks really dope. That's
Yeah, that's
15
right.
bucks.
Yeah.
I don't think that game is going to sell very well because it's focused on local multiplayer.
Yeah,
Might be
it's
cool if
not.
you had a bunch of friends get together and hang out,
Definitely.
drink some beers or something. You got Square Heroes for $4.99. Then you got The Witch and the 100 Night Revival Edition. That was actually on PS3. That's an
It was
RPG.
PS3. Yeah, it was on
Yeah.
PS3, and now it's on today.
So
Pretty
40
nice.
bucks for that. If you have a PlayStation Vita, which I highly recommend you need to go get one if you don't have one already. How do you say this? Croxler Sigma is an RPG, a JRPG. It's $14.99, and the Digimon game, The World Cyber Sleuth, is $39.99 on Vita. I don't believe there's any kind of cross by there. That's 40 bucks for Vita. That's a big chunk. And the one on PS4 is 60. Yeah, Pirate Solitaire. So that's pretty dope, I guess. Use your touch screen to
Pirate
slide and play
Solitaire.
solitaire. That's
Yeah.
pretty neat. Let's see what else we got here. Royal Defense Invisible Treat, $5.99. It's 1,000. It's some kind of gym game. I'm guessing it's kind of like a mix and match colors and stuff like that. All right, and pre-orders on the PlayStation Store for PS4 because PS3 doesn't get any kind of love anymore. I don't know how long that is really even going to be around much longer with the PSP store getting shut down. That's some more news we
Yeah.
should have got into about. But Doom for PS4 is $59.99 for pre-order. Homefront: The Revolution, which I touched on and played a little bit of the beta. It was all right. Homefront: The Revolution Freedom Fighter for PS4. The Freedom Fighter bundle. That's a tongue twister. Is actually $79.99. So if you want
Freedom
to go,
Fighter. The Freedom
yeah.
Fighter, or is it another
No, it's a Homefront:
Freedom
The
Fighter?
Revolution Freedom Fighter bundle.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Also, they have another bundle you can get is Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls collection together for 40 bucks, which isn't too bad. So that's $20 a game. So you're actually getting
Yeah.
it cheaper by buying the bundle instead of buying Heavy Rain 30 bucks.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
so it's not too bad.
Just pay $10 more and you get
Yeah.
the other game. Yep.
And we also talked about the PlayStation Plus games, but I do want to mention besides Broforce, which was the voted winner for the month of March, we also get Galact Z that I mentioned, which is a shmup shooter also, and I heard it's hard as fuck. So
I was playing it myself. It is hard. The
yeah,
controls makes it hard.
heard it's really tough.
Yeah,
But they have all
it's
kinds
hard.
of sales going on this week as well. Stuff for Dead or Alive, Resident Evil sale going on, like 75% off. So if you guys are looking to get Resident Evil Remaster or Resident Evil Zero, I highly recommend doing so. Our Revelations 2, which is I have Revelations 2, it's still wrapped up. I've not touched the thing at all. They also have some sales on Resident Evil movies and stuff like that. So if you guys want to go give that a look, that would be awesome. That's what you can find in your mom and pop stores and all that good stuff, digital and
Yeah.
physical this week. Karth, let's get into a segment here.
Yes.
We talked about an essential game, the greatest hits section. We're gonna call this the greatest hits portion of the game
Yes.
of the podcast. what is a game that you highly recommend that you played? Future coming up in the not future, but as of like present or the past. Is there a game you recommend to the PlayStation fan base, the audience that we're talking to today?
Yes, yes,
What would
and
that be?
this game came out on PS2, came out in 2003, and hasn't it? Everybody needs to make this request and demand this game on PS4 with the PS4 2 on PS4. Talking about downhill domination.
I think everybody enjoyed that game. I didn't play much of it, but that was the was that the mountain biking game
It
or
was
something like
mountain
that?
biking, and I know it may sound, oh, it's cheesy. It's come on, Garth. It's mountain bikes. You're so lame. Not necessarily, because check this out. It's like road rash. You could actually kick people off your
It's
bikes,
brutal.
and
Nice.
you could take bottles and throw it at them. You can kick yaks. You could kick. There's it's funny because there's people walking up the hill because they're hikers. You can boosh kick them right off the
Do
hill.
that
They go
again. Do the
flying.
boosh, or don't
Boom.
do the boosh, but just do the kick. How do you do it?
You kick, boom. You kick them like that. Yeah, like that.
If you're watching
No,
the
but
video version, I had him do it again, so that's hilarious.
no, but yeah, tons of fun. And uh, you know who made that game?
Who's that?
Incognito.
Incognito.
The guys who made Twisted Metal Black.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, Twisted Metal Black. So
That's awesome.
David Jaffe wasn't a part of this game, but however, his studio was at the time was his studio, and it the same exact formula. Even the weapon pickups, like power ups, the turbos, the,
So it's like Twisted Metal on bikes, is what you're saying.
the weapon pickups look very similar to Twisted Metal Blacks, and
It sounds awesome.
it's a ton of fun. I'm telling you,
So
it's a
downhill
game that
domination.
it's a game we don't get much today. Like I said, this was AAA today. Back then, if this came out today, it wouldn't be AAA. It would be like a budget indie title, you know. But
That's awesome.
but that's my game, and I demand that game on PS4.
Very, very nice. That is awesome. So downhill domination by Incognito. It's pretty much Twisted Metal on bikes. You could probably find that. I'm not sure if that's a collectible PS2 game or not. It could be.
It's you could probably find it pretty cheap. It did not sell very well.
Right. So that
Because
does that mean like there's only so many copies on the wild? So I wonder if it is collectible. I have to look that up.
it never hit greatest hits either, and I know
I'm
it's
actually
funny
gonna
'cause
really
this
quick. I'm
segment
going
is
to
called
look
this
that
seg
up real quick on Amazon. Just
yeah, and I'll
price
continue to
order.
talk that way. It's not
You're
so
fine.
boring.
Let's keep going. Or do whatever.
This subject is called greatest hits, but this game never hit greatest hits. So how
Okay,
funny is
it's
that?
our
How
greatest
ironic.
hits. All right, it's PlayStation and
It's
Pizza's
our
greatest
greatest
hits.
hits.
We bring
It's
you our
our
sauce. All
greatest
right.
hits.
We don't bring
Yeah,
you
yeah. So
bad
that
food.
game, I'm telling you, it's a blast.
It's a
You
must.
know what's funny? I never actually physically owned this game. I only played the demo, and I played the demo over and over again. I played it every day, and I never got the original game because I was like, I don't know
Come on,
why.
man.
It sucked. It sucks.
Amazon.
It sucked that I never got.
Amazon is not wanting to load for me. It just wants to take me back to the PlayStation blog for some reason.
Oh, that sucks.
That does suck. Next week, I'll be bringing a title. So
So
we'll keep adding on to all the
you don't actually have a
greatest hits.
title with you this week.
No. We're gonna go back and forth.
Because I thought me and you were actually both gonna bring a title.
No, we're gonna go back and forth
Okay.
and share a week, and
All
then
right.
we'll give our thoughts and opinions. If for some reason Amazon isn't wanting to pull up, I don't know why, because every other thing is fine and pulling up with no problem. Let's see
Oh
if I can
yeah.
pull it up here. You know what? Why am I doing that? I'll just stop. I'm gonna look up on my phone real quick. So downhill domination. Let's look at this. Let's check it out.
You have a PS2, right?
Yep, I have a PS2. Actually, right down
Man,
below me here.
you gotta pick that. You should pick
I
that
do,
up.
yeah. I
You should
have
pick that
a
up. It's really good.
I have
Telling
a
you.
Wolfenstein game. It's pretty dope on
Oh, that's right. The Wolfenstein. I remember you got that on that in
yeah.
that story you told
See it.
me. Yeah.
Downhill domination. PS2. Why did PS3 listing come up? Okay,
What the
you
hell?
can actually get this game. Uh, oh, that's Mountain Bike Adrenaline is another game
That one's probably
uh,
very generic and one of
by
those cheap
Volcom
games.
Games. Uh,
Volcom, wow.
no, Volcon. Actually, it looks
Oh,
like Valken.
Volcom, okay.
But you can get it for $9.89. It doesn't look like they have any of them brand new. So yeah, $9.80 something cents. So that's awesome. Published by Sony. That's cool. So
Yep,
that was an exclusive game. Downhill
yep.
Domination. I gotta remember that. I gotta get something cool for PS2.
I'm
So
telling
I've
you,
been collecting a lot for different consoles.
I'm telling
Uh,
you, it's a classic. It's a game like you haven't played.
a game like never before. All right. So this has been the episode PlayStation and Pizza episode 1. I'm your host Chris Gillette. This is Garth Moore. Garth, let's get ready to get out of here and plug our social media real quick. If you guys want to go and listen to us, we actually have a website. If you go over to gamercade.squarespace.com, we don't have an actual domain yet. We're going to be getting that soon. We can't quite figure out what we want it to be because for some reason, GamerCade.com is taking, and nobody's doing anything with the website. It's just there with the anime picture on it. That's it. So I'm like, why are they taking something we need? So we'll come up with something fancy, something cool for you guys. But if you want to go over to gamercade.squarespace.com, click on that podcast tab. You go to the PlayStation and Pizza, and go support all the other podcasts as well. You can go there, click. This episode will immediately start playing. It is our first ever, or whatever, if you're listening to this later, from now, 1st of March, or 2nd of March now, I should say. Then you can go and check out our newest episodes and click on the iTunes there. Click on Podomatic, follow us on there, and give us a review and all that good stuff. That helps us out a lot, keeps us motivated. If you want to follow all the latest news and everything and what we're up to, also on that website, the front page, you can scroll down. Our Twitter feed is right there live, so you can see what we're doing on Twitter. Give us a follow on there. That's GamerCade1986. If you just want to go immediately to your Twitter now and follow us. Our Instagram, you can go to GamerCade. That's all it is. You can go check out what pictures, what we're playing, what we're posting. We're always keeping that updated. And you guys got to remember, the conversation does not have to end here. You can go to facebook.com/group/GamerCade. And that's where the biggest conversation is going on, is our Facebook group. 1,000+ of us over there, always talking. It's like a nonstop gaming conversation all day long. Garth, where can these lovely listeners find you on social media?
Sponge Belt everywhere. For Instagram, I post a lot on Instagram. I love Instagram. I
Very nice.
love Twitter, for YouTube, for Twitch, for everything. Even Snapchat. And I don't use Snapchat. I'm not gonna take selfies for you. So no.
You know what? Speaking of Snapchat, I downloaded and created a GamerCade account for shits and giggles. So if
For
like me,
Snapchat.
Julie, and Dallas are all taking pictures and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think about doing a face swap thing with them since everybody's doing the face swap stuff.
Oh
So
yeah.
that shit's hilarious. That's fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
I haven't tried that yet. So the face swap thing is actually through Snapchat.
Snapchat, yeah. You
See,
just
I thought it was
hold your
like
face on the screen, and then all the features pop up, and you just go to face swap. So it's pretty
I
funny.
see. So I thought it was an actual like an app on a phone, but I didn't know it was actually Snapchat. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's implemented into Snapchat. So that's really cool. If you guys want to follow anyone else that's involved in GamerCade as well, we have Brett, Dallas, and Julia. They're all over there on the Facebook page. So if you see us commenting and whatnot, and you're like, oh, that's so and so from GCN, and you can just go over there and follow us. It'd be awesome. We'd much appreciate that. Look for our YouTube content and this episode if you want to watch the video cast of PlayStation and Pizza podcast episode 1. It's youtube.com/GamerCade1986. This has been PlayStation and Pizza episode 1. I'm your host, Chris Gillette, and this is Garth Moore. He doesn't want to say it. He's shy.
Yeah.
Now, this is episode 1, and we'll bring you guys the sauce next time. PlayStation Pizza episode 1. We
And then
appreciate
the
you guys
following
listening.
episode, the Parmesan cheese.
The Parmesan cheese. All right, we're here to have fun to talk PlayStation. Until next time, guys, game on.